Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Quantus on the ftog'ians server. Welcome back. Today, I have been doing very little on the server. I haven't done much at all. I haven't done more building or anything. I've been kind of busy doing other things and playing on other things, unfortunately. So I've come over here to show you what I have been doing so far in this area, and then go and get something done today that I think will be the next stage useful. I've got these little chiseled grates at the minute, and they've got a light source inside them. So that's been used down this little section here of the factory. I decided that this area here was going to be the power plant. So between that tower and that tower, going in each direction, I'll show you, or going towards each other, rounding off, becomes the power plant. This is going to be the power plant, and I want to make lots of power. But I feel like I've just been doing a lot of power in my other series, so I didn't want to do power creation again in this episode. And I've been clearing it out using the quarry. The quarry power is staying nicely topped up thanks to the water wheels and the windmills and all that kind of stuff, which I also just recently covered in another series. So I don't want to do too much of the same thing. What I've been looking at today, or for doing today, is Ender utilities. As I've been finding these extra slots, these special handy bags. I've got a handy bag here, large, handy bag small, ender chest, a few bits of ender alloy and all that makes a handy bag that, and then the handy bag large, where was that one? There is the handy bag small with some ender alloys advanced, which are eyes of ender and obsidian and all that. Easy enough to make. The first tier just gives you this extra grid storage, like a full single chest, and then the next one up gives you these side ones as well. Now I've been using these since Avant 3, so we've been using them for quite a while. And these little memory card upgrades allows different amounts of items to be stored inside them. So with a level 12, which is the highest, I can store 4,096 items per slot. So as you can see here, I've got cobblestone, 3,971 cobblestone just in that slot. So I can put stuff away for building supplies really quickly. So all the kind of building supplies I'm using in my palette for the castle are all in this one memory card, in this one tab. And then I've got all my chisel and bit stuff. Wait, get out. No, what happened there? How did you arrive in my face? What happened, dude? Where'd you come from? Must be somewhere dark around here that helped him come and find me. What have we got? I was explaining everything nicely then, wasn't I? And then all of a sudden, boom, somebody come and got me. What have I got? I've got something upstairs. I haven't really shown you what's going on in here, have I? That was kind of my distraction here, was that. I think he may have come from in here, maybe. This is connected to the front end of the towers as well. We'll get that close now. Look, Grok's now got a rooftop being put on. He's presumably halfway through doing that, so for his next episode, getting his castle sorted out. And yeah, it looks like we've got... Yeah, this is the front. Yeah, this is the front, just above that place. Just above there, just above my tree farm and stuff down here. And it links all nicely into here. So the power supply from here can also go straight down into my workshops and stuff down here. Right? But yeah, I was looking into doing all this stuff. And these are quite easy to make. Overall, quite easy to make. It just takes a little bit of time-consuming crafting to get them done. And then once you've got them done, you get these memory card slots. So I've got a memory card for all the chisel and bit stuff that I've been using, and a memory card slot for all the building blocks that I've been using, including like builder's wands and chisels and things like that. So I've got quick access to all my building supplies now, so I can carry on building super fast and just keep restocking this 4,096 block capacity per slot, which is awesome. And then my final one is just kind of mob drops, stuff that fall on the floor and I'm getting sick of picking up and dropping off somewhere else, so I've got them in a bag around here, and some useful bits and pieces that I keep hold of most of the time. So like the rotten flesh will now go into there. It's currently set to refill matching though, so when I pick up a piece of rotten flesh, all the rotten flesh from the bag comes into my inventory. It's good for when I've got blocks, because if I take, say, I want to do the stone bricks, I put one in my inventory there and it's refilled for me, which is good, until I put it away and then it stays off. Alright, Awesome. Now, at the minute, I am flying, which is awesome as well. Yeah, I don't have to walk around so much. It's nice and simple. It's much better. Let's get rid of that. It's much, much better than flying around on the broom, but the broom was adequate. The broom was okay. Much, much better. But I'm still finding, even with all the extra storage and stuff, I'm still finding that I'm flying around to this side and flying around and down into my workshop like this, coming down here and getting all my stuff sorted over here and getting bits and pieces that I need materials wise and doing my crafting over here and then flying back up and around to the next place, which is nice to immerse myself in walking around my house and all that kind of stuff, but it just needs to be quicker. It just needs to be quicker. And the Ender Utilities has a few things that I think might be cool for making it a little bit quicker. One of the things I've been testing out was this portal frame with portal controller, and I'm not 100% sure that I know how to do it properly. I'm not 100% sure that I am doing it properly, as it were. It's just there. And I believe we can do a portal of any size and shape. So, actually, I can just do a simple one. I think I can actually do just a straightforward, like, really small one. So long as all of the sides of the portal blocks, as it were, fit, then I believe that generates a portal that I can then use. And all I need to do is put this portal frame on there and select a destination, and it becomes that destination. But of course, if there's no other portal around, it doesn't send you anywhere. So then maybe if I did another one over here, just to show you what all this is about, hopefully it'll work first time for me, and put the portal controller on there and make that white. Maybe they will connect to each other. Well, yeah, they did. Look, so I've just walked out in one, out the other. No, I didn't. Did I teleport? No. So how do you teleport? Is it like a shift like you did in the other ones? No. Right click? No. If I change the colours, that's another thing. You can change colours with different things. What have I done? Did I put them in the main thing over here? Yeah, this is it. Yes, that's where I've been putting them. Okay, let's use magenta dyes. I forgot that I put this here. I changed this just before I stopped playing for a few days and did other things. So I've got this up here, which is like an empty storage module. So I can filter a storage module and just filter out the all the bits and pieces that I want to void off, like all these basic block types and all that. Plus from the dumping chest, from quarries and dumping chests and all that, that comes in and comes down to here as well. And anything that is not allocated here with a void goes into here. And then I'm going to put a filter in here to filter out into the rubbish bin anything that arrives in here that I don't want. And then everything else goes into this massive storage, which is also a crafting area, which is where I did all the crafting of memory cards and all that kind of stuff for this place. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if I shift right click it. No. Break it. Colour it. Colour it. Aha, I see. I colour it like this. Colour it like that. Now that's a purple one. I can change the different destinations, I believe. So that's purple. Now, I don't know if that means that that is purple. You know, I can see it's purple, but I don't know if it works then here, whether that magenta purple, if that magenta will link to the same. Like so. It should, shouldn't it? That's what I'm thinking. But it's not actually doing it. So I don't know why it's not working. Now, it could be disabled for some reason, or it might be a work in progress because it's a new mod. Ender Utilities seems to be new, and I can't find any information on the portal frame and controller. I just wanted to test it out, and it's not working. So I guess I'll just have to wait until it's updated and test it again. But you'd expect that to work, wouldn't you? Yeah, I feel like I've done what would be expected, and there's no real like documentation to follow up. But what there is this Ender Porter, which is another thing that looks awesome, and it allows me to bind locations and teleport to them. So I'm going to have a go with that now, right? We've got a few little things in here that might work, might not work, I don't know. Let's start with the Ender Porter, right? Let's see what we get. So we're going to go with that, and we're going to save it in there. Okay, this Ender Porter requires some alloy, so 4 alloy, so we'll get 4 of those. We need Eyes of Ender. And do we have any blaze here? No, we don't. Do I have any blaze in here? Yes, I do. So let's get 2 Eyes of Ender sorted. And then we'll fix them up. Just 2, please. 1, 2. That's the trouble with having the bag on set to replenish your supplies. You always get that sorted. Right, let's go. 1, 2 of those. Oh, of course, I need an extra one. Dang it. Silly me. 1, 2 there. And... oh, really? Okay. Let's go with this. That, thank you, that, and that. Good. Crafting with Nemsun. Easy. It's supposed to be easy. That's what I tell myself. It's supposed to be easy. Right, we get that. Now, what was the next thing? We needed 4 more Eyes of Ender for that, and then this core, right? The Ender core is actually quite difficult to get, right? We need to activate an Ender core, and what kind of Ender core is it? It's an enhanced Ender core, which is this one. An inactive enhanced Ender core is something we have to create. We don't have the Ender alloy at the minute, which is the normal one, enhanced Ender alloy, that one, which is normal Ender alloy combined. I don't quite have enough normal. Oh wow! So let's get some more of that. I'll get a little supply because I'm probably going to need it. And then we go with that. We'll have a couple of those, and then we go with that, and I'll have 1 of those. Yes, awesome. Okay, so we got that. Let's throw these away. Now, do we get to have this? No, we don't get to have this yet because this has to be now activated. It says right-click on an Ender crystal with an inactive version. So this is an inactive version of the core, right? And what I had to do was create an Ender crystal. End crystal. It says Ender crystal, right? Which confused me at first. You have to activate it in the end. But it's actually one of these things, these end crystals that normally float around the dragon. You're supposed to click on them. Fortunately now we can make them with a nether star. So I quickly went and made one with a nether star and a gas tier and made an end crystal and moved it over to the end portal. So I'll just quickly go over to the end portal now. There's actually a new one I can show you because Grok set it up inside the Nether hub. Because now you can also make the Nether, you can make the end portal blocks. Whee! Okay, back in here. I've been through this place so many times, and now I've got the technology to start quarrying out the base. Yeah, I've now got the technology to start quarrying it out and finishing it off, which should be an awesome little project to do, right? But people have started building like this, so we've got this on this level, nice and flat, 3 high, and it looks good and everything. And there's a few other things that are set on levels as well, which I'm going to have to incorporate in my build design. Grok has set this up, look. So we've got an end portal here. Let's just jump straight in. Jump in from portal to portal today, why not? There we go. Okay, and now I can fly in the end. It's all good, right? So up here, I placed an end crystal. Where's it gone? Did somebody break it? Has it disappeared? I made one and I placed it up on top of one of these blocks. The end crystal is disappeared. No, I made one. Where's it gone? Well, the old Wither Skelly farm still works. That's good to know. I got three schools pretty quick there. I can get through this door faster than it can open. It's crazy. Yeah, so got that sorted, and there was a gas there just when you don't need a gas. There's always a gas when you don't need one. There's a gas when you don't need one. And I've got my Wither Skeleton killing area over here. Now, they've had a few disasters over here. I don't know what exactly went down with it. Somebody decided to spruce it up. So they added all this white, which was nice enough. Somebody spruced it up. Somebody then added all this chisel and bits white blocks everywhere. And for some unknown reason, I think they covered a block around here, so this, so you couldn't place the heads of the wither. So that then somebody else came along and placed it all wrong, and it all went pear-shaped because I guess they covered these areas, so they couldn't place the heads in the right places here, and so they couldn't spawn a wither on the block in in there with its head in there, and so it went all over the place and started blowing stuff up, and they had to repair it, and were very upset. But this is still a very, very easy way of sorting out the wither boss. It's quite noisy though, isn't it? So I'll turn the volume down post-edit. It's just a simple case. I haven't really brought a weapon for this. I could punch it to death from here, really. And then build myself the end star. Oh, that's now out. I actually got hit by some damage from there. Did I shoot it? Now, axe it a question. Very slow damage, very slow damage, very slow damage, very slow damage. And today. Hey, got another star. Awesome, easy. Right, and now then, I'm going to do the crafting recipe. And where did I put that stuff? That there. Craft that up with that in the bottom and 7 panes of glass. Easy. Get one of these, and then go and put that in the end, and click this on it. That's all it then needs, right? Let's see if I can put it somewhere that isn't on an end pedestal, because if it's on the end pedestal, I think it can be used for resummoning the dragon. And if somebody decided to resummon the dragon in order to do things with dragon breath and stuff like that, then maybe, just maybe, that's where my block went. So if I put this, well, not on the platform, because the platform also deletes everything all the time, isn't it? So let's put it on there. Can I put it on there? No, I can't. I can't place it on a block now. I thought you could place it on anything. Can you only place it on the bedrock? Can you only place it on the bedrock up here? I guess maybe you can then. Alright. So, yep, you can only place it on there. Dang it! So that means that when somebody wants to resummon the dragon, then they have to do this. I'm pretty sure they took a load of the obsidian out of here last time. And then we right-click it with one of these cores, and it makes it activated. So now it's an activated core, which means now we can pop off back home, which is the quickest route through completing Minecraft, and make the teleporter finally. And I think I've also figured out what my portals are doing now. There's a thing that I spotted while I was looking for things for this. Hey, walls! Arrive, walls! I'm here. Hi. Hi, walls, I'm home. Thank you. Cheers. Alright, so I think I'm starting to understand. I think I'm starting to understand is as close an expression of I know what I'm talking about as possible. Right? Okay, so I made an ender infuser. I put ender pearls in the ender infuser. I also filled an alum hopper with it because it seems to be using a lot of. It looks like it turns one ender pearl into 1000 EC. 1000 EC, I guess that's what it is. 1000 EC. And then the capacitor advanced. There was several different ranges of capacitor from the basic, which had 10,000 in, which I've already exceeded by 10 times. And then the most advanced. But I could make the most advanced, so I made the most advanced, and now I can't fill it because I haven't got enough ender pearls to put in it. I've actually got hundreds of ender pearls in here, but I couldn't be bothered to put them in it, and so I've got what I've given. Yeah, I've got what I've given, so I've charged it. And then I've put this ender porter thing in here, this activated ender porter in here, and I've put some link crystal location modules in here, right? And it says you can do up to 9, so there's 9. And I think I need to do charge capacity for the ender capacitor in here, because this needs an ender capacitor to power it, and link crystals to store the location. So that's what I'm thinking, okay? That's what I'm thinking. I'm taking all this back for a minute, right? I'm just going to keep 1 in there for now. Actually, I'm going to put 2 in there. And I'm also going to make 1 here. So I'm going to make this location here. If I shift control and right click, I save that location onto here. There we go. So that overworld location is now set. Mode public, own an Nemsun. There's probably more options to it, but that is what I've got right now. And then if I put that into the ender porter, say over there, that now should be a location that I can ender port to. I think it was shift control to cycle through, or shift and control to cycle through. Nope. Okay, fine. What's it say? Alt shift toggle and toggle mode store the player's current location. Control shift and toggle scroll change the selected location. Okay, so Control and Shift. There is no selected location. I can't teleport yet. So it's not taking the power. So, hold on. That didn't take those modules out. If I put it in there... Oh, if I put it... Oh, dear. I'm putting it in there to rename it or whatever, thinking that's the storage that is there. But I've got to actually put it in the tool section of the tool bench. I thought that was just reserved for the tools, right? And this has got the power capacitor supply there, and also a place for the crystals to go. Awesome. Okay. So I've got some crystals in there now. That is now set. Awesome. And now if I come over here, let's have a look at how much power it's got. It's currently got 114,000 power. I should teleport over there if I... Bing. 2 seconds it's supposed to take. And then you let go. You charge it up and then let go. And you teleport to the location you want. Okay. All good. Right. Now, another little thing. Let's get up and over here. Whoop. Let's go over here. Let's start by going up to the power area. Whoa, that was a creeper. Get away from the creeper before he falls on my head. Wow, I'm lucky I saw that. I hope you saw it. Hey, creeps. There you go. Right. And that must have fallen down off this ledge that I haven't lit properly yet. Oh, man. Okay. More things I've got to do. Right, over to here. Let's make this kind of a spot. An entry point on this corner. Why not? We'll make this corner an entry point for it. So I take a link crystal. I will hold the shift and right click the link crystal. That has now made the location for me. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. And then I could also do it with this, I believe. What can I do it with this one? Shift for more details. Okay. Can I control shift and bind it? Did that bind to location? I'm not sure how I bind the location. I've got 1 of 3 at the minute. Can I change the crystals? It's not allowing me to do a toggle mode. That'll be why it's not working. Toggle mode for Ender Utilities is not set by default. So I will set it to something for default. Okay, so there's a toggle bind mode, which allows me to toggle on and off whether I can bind using a few keys to bind a location to a crystal. But there's also control and mouse wheel just goes through different locations. So I could teleport to the power plant, load it up. Oh, it takes 2 seconds. And now it's ready. Teleport to the power plant where we set that. Awesome. And then using control and the mouse wheel, go back to crafting and teleport to there. Just like that. Awesome. But that has been set now to here instead of there, where I was messing around with it previously. So now it's okay in that location. It's okay. But I have to check to see if it's bounding. No. Bind locked. No. So at the minute I could, if I wanted to, set another location. So I've got power plant. I've got crafting. And I've got then nothing. So I guess I could set this up over here somewhere. Let's just go with Ender Portal, I guess. Just here somewhere. And Control Alt Shift. And then right click. And that gives me an Ender. That gives me a location of here. So then I can control, go through power plant, crafting, or the overworld. So I can go power plant. Yeah, that's good. And I can go to the overworld. Back to that. Yep. It's brought me right into the portal. But still, that's okay, I suppose. That's okay. And from anywhere in the world, that's supposed to take effect. I wonder how much power I'm using. I've got a fair amount of power still left in it. I'd like to see how much I'm actually using per try. Also, I can now use this, which is a different thing as well. So if I have, let's say, this link crystal location on here, and we link it there. This is now, let's see, crafting. Let's go down here. That's the crafting area. Set the name to crafting on there. Okay. And then we come across to the teleportation blocks, and we right click on here. We can put this into there, and then that's that set location. Target name crafting. Yeah. So I can have multiple locations, 8 different locations, but always come back to crafting and off we go, right? But now it's set to the crafting location. When I go through it, I should get teleported right into the crafting area. Right here. Just through a wall in this case, but it could be a lot further. And that's not going to cost me any charges. That's not going to cost me any ender charges. So I can have teleportation links, 8 different links per portal to 8 different locations that don't cost me anything. And I can also have this ender porter that will cost me something, but that I can charge up in here. I don't think I can charge it in here. Well, actually it did show that it goes in. So maybe I can charge actually that in here. Let's see. Put those in there. Let's see if it charges up. Yes, it does. It does charge up in there. Okay, that's good. Well, that's good. Okay, so let's get it up to 90,000 and see how much one jump costs. So one more ender pearl. In it goes. There we go. Right, so now that can stock up a little bit. So we want to go control, and we want to go to the power plant quickly. So we'll load that up. I will actually put an actual teleportation porter in here. But this is just to experiment. Let's see how much. That cost us 5,000 to get to there. Okay. Now, if we go from... Let's go from somewhere a while away. Okay, and way over here, up above some jungle area where someone's based down there. It doesn't actually look recognisable, to be honest. From up here, it doesn't look recognisable. Maybe if I saw the videos, it would. And it's not really on the map that I know of. I'm looking down there, and I can't see whose it is on my map. There's no sign of it. It's inside the jungle somehow. But anyway, let's see. So we're going to teleport back to the power plant from here. Now, last time it used 5,000. Yep. Now we've got 85,000. Let's see how much it costs to jump back. See if it's distance appropriate. Well, I'm back. It loads in. Is it distance appropriate? 5,000. So it's 5,000 per jump. That's pretty cool. So wherever I am in the overworld, I can teleport back to base using this ender porter. But I can also make those porters. Let's go back to the crafting site. I can also make those teleportation portals and send them to places. So, for instance, I can now set this up so that I've got this in here. I can take out the power plant module. Right? I'll leave that in there for now. I can take out the power plant module, and I can put the power plant module into here. And then we can select the power plant module and make that the place that we go to. And boom, there we go. Awesome, you see, without using any ender pearl power. Now that is awesome. Do you like my little office up here? This is going to be my office over the power plant. I decided it was going to be kind of steampunky. I did a little bit of building to just round it off. And I believe we've got some bibliocraft in the pack now, so I was going to make this into a little bibliocraft office. But for right now, I'm afraid that is it for today's episode. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode of Quantus on the FTOG server. I'll be back pretty soon, so goodbye and see you next time.